Welcome back to The Price of Business. I'm your host, Kevin Price, talking to you about you and your business. Continuing my ongoing conversation with the great folks over at the Rich Club, and that is richclub.org. And our regular spokesperson, Karen McClure, she's on the board over there. She's here with us today. And Karen, before you introduce my old friend and your guest today, why don't you kind of give us an overview of what the Rich Club is all about?
Thanks, Kevin. We are a nonprofit trade association, and for 34 years we've been helping people who are trying to make their futures better by investing in real estate. We help them with networking and with education. And today we have some really good education on real estate accounting with Michael Plaks. Very
good. Welcome to the program, Michael.
Oh, thank you, Kevin.
Glad to have you on, Mike. I've known Mike for a while. I think probably close to 10 years now, are pretty darn long.
Right.
We're getting to that point where neither one of us want to admit how long we've known each other. So, Michael, kind of give us an overview of what your practice is all about.
Well, my practice is doing tax returns for real estate investors. And Rich Club is where a lot of my clients are, and my last 10 years in business, and I've been in business for 20 years, but last 10 is exclusively real estate investors.
See, yeah, that shows we've known each other probably a little longer than that, because you weren't exclusively that when we first met. So, wow, that's incredible. And let me ask, real quickly, Karen, how does Michael's work fit into the larger work of Rich Club?
Well, we like to provide our members with the best information that they can get so that they can be profitable. And accounting is really one of the areas where you can make or break. You can do a good deal and you can mess it up with the accounting. So it's important to know accounting, and that's where Michael fits in.
Okay. My understanding is that there's more advantages in real estate, Michael, and from a tax perspective than virtually any other economic activity out there. But at the same time, you got to know what you're doing. So what are some of the pitfalls that investors are making when it comes to their taxes as it pertains to real estate?
Well, the biggest pitfall is not understanding how taxes work. And in real estate, that's very specific. Here is an example. Like you walk on the street, and you have a cookie in your hand, and you see a dog, and you want to feed the dog, you throw a cookie. Well, the fact is, if it's chocolate chip cookie, you can kill the dog, because dogs happen to be allergic to chocolate. Now, if you are an accountant and trying to do bookkeeping or accounting for a real estate investor, and you don't know much about real estate business, guess what? You can kill. You can kill accounting, you can kill the business. And that's what we see a lot of. I can give you a few examples on that.
Yeah. Well, I would love that. Give us such an example, if you will.
Well, here is, okay. As far as I remember, Kevin, you are still in the health insurance business, right?
I have some interest in that.
Okay. So if we talk about health insurance business, you pay somebody, that's pretty straightforward, right? You pay somebody, that's compensation. So we would record it there. Okay. If you pay commissions, we call it commissions. Okay. In our business, in real estate, commissions are different kinds. We have commissions for leasing a property. We have commissions for buying and selling. They don't go together. They cannot be recorded as one. They have to be separated. They are treated completely different. You do repairs on your facility, we call it repairs. Right? In our business, what kind of repairs? If we spend $2,000 painting, that's one thing. $2,000 buying carpet, different thing. $2,000 putting siding, yet different treatment. And we have to know how it's all done.
Got it. And so that's where that's the role that you end up playing.
Exactly.
So, let me ask you, Karen, is Michael doing anything event-wise for the folks there at Rich Club?
Yes, he is. He's going to be offering a course on December 14th and 15th, and it's going to be covering pretty much everything you need to know. And I think he wants to talk a little bit about what all he will be covering in that.
Yeah,
just
awesome.
To give you an idea of what you'll learn.
Very good. Go right ahead.
Well, what we basically have is a 2-day boot camp, which goes in depth about these specifics that we just started touching upon. Examples of what happens when you try to do proper accounting for real estate. We invite two kinds of people, investors and also their bookkeepers. I'll give you an example also, Kevin. Like I have as my clients, one of the biggest investors in town, and he hired professional bookkeeping company last year. And at the end of the year, when we tried to do tax return for them, we realized that bookkeeping was pretty much useless, despite the fact that they paid almost $20,000 a year for doing the books. So what was happening is not only investor is coming himself, he is actually paying for his bookkeepers to come and take that training too. So 2 days in December, that's what we are going to do for them.
Yeah, he could probably get those books cooked for half that amount. By the way, Michael Plaks' website is Michael Plaks, Plaks.com. That's Michael Plaks, the second word there, Plaks.com, where you can learn more about the good work Michael does. And I've been always impressed with Michael the years I've known him, and delighted to see that he's helping this important area of our economy in investment real estate. Karen, let me ask you real quick. I'm assuming that we're going to have activities going to be a little less involved until January 1, I would assume. But what are some of the events and activities going on between now and January 1 that you want the listener to be familiar with?
Okay, well, our main event, which is the first Saturday of every month, that will be going on December 7th, and this is going to be a really good one. We have 20 or more than 20 speakers. Michael Plaks will be one of them. You can get a preview of kind of what he's going to be talking about. But they're going to be talking on a variety of areas of real estate investing. So you can go and listen to, I believe you can pick 5 and listen to each one, and then you'll go to the next table and listen to that person. So you can kind of pick and choose what you're interested in real estate and learn a little bit more about it. So that's on December 7th.
And how long will that be?
It will go from 9:30 till noon.
And you'll have the opportunity to hear up to 5 of the 7.
I think you hear 5 of the 20.
And you have breakout rooms for each of them.
No, it's just in one big noisy room. So it's really fun and exciting.
Wow, very interesting. And if you're ADD, you're going to either have a blast or be a complete nightmare, depending on how your ADD works.
Oh, you can just stand in the middle of the room and turn your head. That's all.
There you go. Let me tell you, their facility over there at the Ridge Club is really cool. I think it's such a great idea the way you did that. And if you want to learn more about Ridge Club, including the physical address of it is richclub.org. You know, and there's so many organizations out there that say that they help people in whatever area they do, but I'm shocked by how little they actually do. I'm amazed that your typical monthly calendar is really extraordinary over there at richclub.org.
It is nice and full. We try and, there's so many different things you can do in real estate, and we try and introduce people as many of those as you can. Yeah,
very good. Michael, thanks so much for being with us.
No, thank you for inviting, Kevin.
Yeah, great stuff. Michael Plaks again, Michael, Plaks.com. And check him out. Check out his website. Looks like he has great information. In fact, it is just a treasury of wealth of knowledge there that you can check out at michaelplaks.com. And as always, love having Karen here every week. She's from richclub.org. That's richclub.org. Thanks to both of you.
Thank you, Ken.
When we come back, much more for you. Looking forward to that right here on The Price of Business.